Hey digital deception viewers, this is Chris. Today we're going to talk about um, the MAGA movement and President Trump, the conflict going on in Israel. Um, this will start out with Trump's stance and the internal conflict. Support for Israel. Trump has publicly backed Israel's Operation Rising Lion strikes against Iran, launched in response to intelligence suggesting Tehran could produce nuclear bombs. He affirmed the U.S. would continue supporting these airstrikes and emphasized that Iran cannot be allowed to obtain a nuclear weapon. He also reportedly rejected Israel's proposal to assassinate Iran's supreme leader, Allah Kamin, sorry about the pronunciation, due to potential regional destabilization. His American first contradiction. This supports, however, has drawn criticism from prominent MAGA figures who argue it contradicts the American first policy of avoiding foreign entanglements. Marjorie Taylor Greene, the Republican representative from Georgia, stated on social media that those advocating for full U.S. involvement in the Middle East conflict cannot genuinely support America First or MAGA, emphasizing a desire for a world peace for all people. Her spokesperson reiterated that real MAGA is unified. Tucker Carlson, the conservative TV host, accused Trump of being complicit in Israel's act of war, arguing that politicians claiming America First cannot credibly distance themselves from such actions. Trump's defense, in response to Carlson, Trump asserted that America First means whatever he says it does, reiterating his firm stance against Iran acquiring a nuclear bomb. The dilemma, and here's how we're going to explain it. Balancing act. Jonathan Monton, a U.S. foreign policy expert, points out that Trump's dilemma is simultaneously wanting to be seen as a strong global player while appealing to a consistency built on non-involvement in foreign conflicts. He describes this as Trump trying to have it both ways. Fear of U.S. entanglement. A core concern among some MAGA supporters is that Trump's backing of Israel could pull the U.S. into the escalating conflict, potentially through Iran or proxy attacks on American personnel in the region. This mirrors past divides within the Democratic Party over foreign policy actions. Strategic advantages. From some perspectives, Eva Molin, a former Israeli intelligence officer, suggests that from Trump's perspective, as long as the U.S. isn't directly military involved, Israel's action could be seen as anti-Zionist if they forced Tehran back to nuclear negotiations from a weaker position. Trump's preference for winners. Tehran praise of the Quince Institute for Responsible Statecraft noted that Trump likes winners and prefers to take credit for victories rather than inheriting blame for potential fiascos. Israel seeking his approval might be easier than requesting direct U.S. involvement, but it also signals a need for intervention. So what happens next? The article indicates continued escalation with Iran missiles penetrating Israel's Iron Dome and a new Israel strike reported by Iran state media. An expert on Iran suggests Tehran is trying to influence Israel calculations by demonstrating its willingness to escalate various Israel strikes as an external threat. The unfolding situation will depend heavily on Iran's actual capability and targets. It is, in essence, the article paints a picture of complex and evolving situations where Trump's foreign policy on the Middle East particularly concerns Iran and Israel, is creating friction within his own political base, forcing him to balance differences, sometimes conflicting objections and expectations. I will include a link of the article that I just summarized to you in the description below. I hope you guys have a good day. I will be back with you tonight with covering the top news events and giving you guys more information on the next video, a conspiracy video. Thank you for being viewers. Remember to like, subscribe, and share. Have a good day, Digital Deception viewers.